stop mindlessly scrolling looking for ideas for your bead bar. I know you are, because that's what I used to do, but you can stop because I have everything you need. Unless this isn't what you're looking for, then you can just keep scrolling. But if you are, I'm Jess, and I pretty exclusively just run a bead bar now. I've had a crafting situation, business, whatever you want to call it, for years, 8 years or so, and I love beading, and I've actually been making beadable pens since before focals were a thing, because believe it or not, focals have not always been around. But anyways, so I pretty much morphed my business to do pretty much all of the bead bar now, and it's pretty big, and it's taken a long time to configure everything and what I love, and I love it, and I've gotten a lot of questions about it, and so I finally, it's been a long time coming, just made one big video and made one big list that's also linked in my link. So here it is. Let me know if you have any other questions. Enjoy. All right, let's start with the checkout stand. It's just a portable bar cart, one that I've wanted forever, but it's perfect. It's the perfect height. It folds up super easy. It's got a shelf on the inside. It's just absolutely a necessity. Even comes with its own carrying bag. I mean, what more could you ask for? I really need to make a point about my signage, because seriously, don't sleep on Walgreens. This is all from Walgreens, same day. I just designed it in Canva, sent it in, and it was ready to go. This is actually just a paper banner, and I used the PVC piping to kind of tape it around it just to give it some sturdiness, and I taped it to the table, and it's good to go. And then to hold up this poster board, I just got this really cool adjustable, foldable, lightweight easel from Amazon. All right, let's get into the beads. Basically, literally, it is drawer organizers, spice racks, and under the sink drawers. Everything came from Amazon. It all fits together perfectly. Let's get into this. Okay, so I used probably about 4 or 5 different packages of the Story brand from Amazon makeup / drawer organizer, clear acrylic. This is the bigger size / medium size. They come in a couple of different sizes, and then there is a like a mixture pack. So this is what I keep all of my silicone focals in front. Depending on how many I have is the size that I use. I put them all together via like groups of categories. So animals, Christmas, characters, things like that. I have a little bit of a lot. Typically, I have 1 to maybe 5 of each bead. It just really depends on what I think is most popular. The best thing about these particular containers is, as you can see, they stack right into each other. So I'm showing you right here how they've got the groove and they stack into each other. Obviously, the same size stacks perfectly, but even the smaller sizes, they still stack within each other. As you can see here, the medium stacks within the big, and then the small just goes right next to it. Honestly, that's probably the best part, because once it's stacked, you can just pack it up that way. All right, here we have the primary beads. Again, the little ones are the Story containers. And as you can see, I have rainbow order of the 15 millimeter silicone as well as the 20 millimeter acrylic bubblegum beads. I have the bubblegum beads separated into like your kind of regular everyday and then your fancy. Now these pieces are actually sitting on a spice rack. Just your plain old tiered spice rack. However, as you can see, these little Story containers actually fit perfect. There's like a teeny little gap, as you can see, but I mean, they literally fit absolutely perfect. And I can fit 3 into each side, which again makes it ideal. Plus, they are stackable as well. I can keep the beads in the spice rack and then just stack them on top of each other. All right, here you've got just some plain old good Home Depot wood. I think this is 2x8, if I remember right, painted black, just to give my table a little bit of lift for the beads. And again, ironically, luckily, not really luckily, it took me years to figure this out. The spice racks actually do fit perfectly. Now, this is just your plain old black stretchy tablecloth from Amazon, which I thought looked weird at first, but I actually turned out that I love it. So these are actually those under the sink drawer type things. This one I thought was really cool because it was 3 levels, super easy to put together, slides in and out like a dream. I typically have them on either side of the table and kind of tiered out so it does look like levels. And what I thought was extra great about these is they have these little dividers that you can slide in. So if you want to, you can actually make 3 different sections. So I could actually do 1 section, 3 section, 2 sections. This one here, I have the 3 sections. I mean, technically 4 if I put that in. And yes, so that's all sports, but I've kind of sectioned them off. Whereas this one, I just left one big section for my, teacher type focals. And again, they are stackable. Everything just stacks together like a dream. Okay, so these obviously don't stack together. I haven't actually taken them apart yet because I haven't really needed to, but if you are tight on space, these do come apart very easily. So in theory, yes, you could take these apart and then just stack the layers together as well. For me, my setup is not just about the setup, it's about the transport. That's pretty important too. Over on this table, it's really just more of the same. This is essentially like my extra table. It's got the spacers, some extra special beads, some add-ons like tassels, things like that. Again, these are the drawers from the under the sink drawers. They also just lay on the blah, blah, blah. They lay on the table flat as well. So again, they work as just little containers. Then I've just got more of the story containers, more of the spice racks. Just these little ones are just those little cocktail bowls from either Dollar Store or Party City. Either way, they're just little plastic things, work great. And then these are the square story containers. Also, I think I'm saying it right. I can't imagine how else you would say STORI, but nonetheless, again, it's all linked. And then, I have to show that these are, of course, stackable too. Okay, I wanted to point out that these also fit perfectly in this spice rack. So 3 of those fit perfectly, but then this is one of the longer ones, and it too fits perfectly. Side note, they also make a skinnier one, which I'm using in the middle. And as you can see, no, it does not fit perfectly, but it definitely still looks like it belongs there. All right, moving on to beadables. I have all of those on 2 grid wall panels. These are super easy to put together. They are like the half panels that go on wheels. Again, Amazon. They are nice and sturdy. Perfect. So for the keychains, I just have them on your just plain old grid wall hooks. And then the pens, I have those in just the pen holders inside the baskets. So just the plain clear acrylic pen holders, I have either individuals or 3-sectioned ones. The individuals, there's 3 fit in a basket, or one of the 3 sections fit in a basket. Again, these all fit perfect. And then for smaller items like zipper pulls, I just use your typical S-hooks. All right, then last but not least, all of the remaining beadable items go in their own individual pockets in this just plastic hang-up pocket organizer. It's listed for pretty much like teachers and things like that. But again, I just have them on S-hooks hanging right on the grid wall itself, and it works great. There you have it. I hope I covered everything. Let me know if you have any questions.